What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ian.
And I'm Danny.
Welcome to the More Petty Podcast. Oh yeah, get in the top real quick. You dig? I'm talking about. I really thought it was gonna be them, but guess who it is today? It's Ian and it's Danielle. So get with the program, you did.
We decided to be petty and just make a video since they wanted to be petty all the time, but still give advice.
And the thing is, it's always good hearing from the OGs, but you gotta hear it from the new G's too. You did, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hear it from some people that's right with you. You feel me? We gonna give it the same way, but just in a different way.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
You gotta think smart.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta think big.
Exactly.
Go hard.
Or go home. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? What we talking about, little bud? Talk
today, I'm gonna be like Mom, and I'm going to say, today we're gonna talk about why it's important to start your day/night ending with God and beginning it with God, but also the cons of not doing it and being lazy.
Starting your day with God in general, your day just go a whole lot sweeter, especially if you got a person with you. You know what I'm saying? If you got your partner, you want to make sure to start your day with God because, you know, you might wake up and sometimes you might just be like, oh, sluggish or whatnot, but you read one verse, you call your significant other, or you might wake up next to him like this. You know what I'm saying? Hey girl, how you doing?
I'm good.
That's good.
Good morning.
You wanna read the Bible real quick?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. That's something you don't do. But that's pretty much what you do. You want to pray with your significant other, the person that you with, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you pray because your day just gonna go a whole lot sweeter.
For us, it's different because we don't live together. The world does make it seem like it's better to live together when you're not married. But from the word standpoint, it's wise to live separately first, and then when you decide to get engaged, to get married, you move in together. Because if let's say we are together, and let's say Ian put on the word and I didn't in the morning, I can't just go to my room and be by myself. We live together. So I have to renew my mind faster because we're in the same household. Because what do I look like being out of fellowship all day and tearing him down all day and not renewing my mind and setting the standard to live the word in my heart, in the heart of my mind, and also in my daily life, and I'm just putting it on him, and he's been putting on the word, praying, asking God to show him how to be loving to me, and I'm just pushing him off. How is that loving? How is that kind? He's going to be looking at me like, I'm not going to lie to you, little bug. You're not a blessing, because anytime there's a situation, that's what he leads with. I'm not going to lie. Little bug, I'm not feeling it. And that's a loving thing to do. So for me and Ian, what we strive to do, because we are not our mistakes, and do we mess up? We are imperfect. Yes, we do mess up. So what we do is we decide to call each other. We pray. Sometimes we don't even call each other. We'll send audio messages to each other, and I'll pray first or he'll pray first, and then we'll talk about what we read separately. Or even on FaceTime sometimes, we might fall asleep together. We wake up, we pray, and we read the word together. And if you don't have a Bible, you can even use the Bible app. It's not that hard. So you can't really make up excuses of why you're not putting on the word, because I listened to this lady on Instagram, and she was talking about people want to do the word, but when it comes time to do it, they're lazy about it and they don't put it on. Why is that? Because you're thinking with your five senses and you have other things to do, but there's nothing better than putting on the word first, because it makes your day sweeter, it makes your mindset sweeter, and it makes your life sweeter, and whoever you're hanging out with or spending time with, y'all's time together is sweeter. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing about what's in this Bible right here, and you know, it's keys to the life that we're in right now. So it can be for anything. So if I wake up one day and I decide to go brush my teeth, and let's say that I decided to brush my teeth without my girlfriend and not being together as one, or even just wife and a husband standpoint, and just decide to brush my teeth and just not communicate about what is going on with the day, especially if there's a business involved, especially if we got jobs going on and we need to communicate. There's verses in this book right here that has all the answers to what you have going on and to the situations that you have going on into your everyday life, especially with your partner. So you want to make sure that whenever you, for example, there's one big one too. There's sometimes where I wake up and in a way I might be going off my five senses and I could be thinking, and everybody goes through this. It's not, we're not going to down you about it, but at the same time you want to fix it. You know, especially if you're learning about it, you want to fix it. But there might be every once in a while I wake up, I'm thinking to myself, the fuck Danny got going on? Like, Danny might be doing this today. Danny's ignoring me today. Why is she ignoring me? Whole time she not. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lean onto what
Your own understanding.
you got going on up here because it's never going to end up well. You want to give it up all to God, pray about it, and then if you have something to say, lovingly go up to your partner and talk to them about it. You want to speak to them with a calm, peaceful heart, and it's a principle, walking in love. And when you're with somebody, you want to always, at all times, 24/7, out of the 24 hours that we have in a day, you want to always continuously walk in love. It says to forgive and forget, no matter what happens. And that's when you build the strongest relationship, is by following the principles that is in the Word. And that's what God has laid out for us. And so we have to, no matter what happens, we have to make sure that if if one day you decide to you go out without even telling me, you know, in my senses, I'm gonna be like, dog, she ain't even tell me, man. Like, what's going on? Like, where the communication at? But at the same time, I'm gonna forgive you, and I'm gonna wait till you get home and be like, love, but let me talk to you real quick. Boom. I'm gonna let you know how I feel, right? And then I'm gonna go back to a verse. This, and that, and the third. That way, when we talk, it can just be so much sweeter. That way, we can both be together as one. That what God has in the book for us. So,
And there's
yeah.
a verse that talks about trusting in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. And it also says, there's another verse that says, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. And you also want to remember that when you're reading the Word, the only way that you could still be out of fellowship after reading the Word is if you read something and you don't know what it's talking about. Let's be honest here. We don't know everything that we're reading. And y'all also have to remember that the New Testament is for us and the Old Testament is for our learning. If it's for our learning, we're supposed to read and learn and still apply it. But y'all have to also remember that we're still human and we do make mistakes, but it's not to condemn ourselves about it. It's to learn from it and move on and move past it. Forgive yourself, because when you let that hurt and pain of what you messed up on sit, you don't sleep well, you don't finish your day well, you don't start your day well either. So the thing that my mom taught me is to always read something that I'll understand, and if I don't understand, go to a like-minded believer and talk and ask questions. And that person can also show you different things in different books, because we do have books that are helpful and you can learn about it. So then when you start reading in the Old Testament, you'll understand about it now in your present, instead of going by, I'm just being dramatic, but if it says like, cover the blanket around your body, and if it fits your whole entire body, she's the perfect wife. If Ian comes in the room and wraps it around me, and it's like, you don't fit it. She doesn't fit it, God. She's not the perfect wife. Let's be serious here,
Right.
guys. Because it could be meaning something else that God is trying to show you in a different way, and they're just saying it in a different way. But it doesn't mean to go up to somebody and wrap the cover around them, and if they don't fit the whole entire cover, they're not your wife. they're not the person for you.
Mm.
There's so many things that you can learn from the Old Testament that are for our learning, but also the New Testament is for us in the times that we're in now, and that helps us too, because I can always go back. I love Psalms, I love Proverbs, but I also love Romans, I love Acts, I love First John, I love a lot of New Testament verses too, but I love both. And you can love both too. You just have to apply the keys and principles, and it'll make your life sweeter. It'll make your sleeping sweeter. It'll make everything sweeter, especially if you're dating someone who's new to the word. You don't want to run them off either, and then they're sitting in their bed late at night like, dang, am I doing this right? Am I applying this right? Because Babe said that this, and that when she read the Bible or when he read the Bible, and I just don't understand. I don't get it, because what the is going on? You don't want to live like that, because then you'll live like you're walking on eggshells. Like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, and blah blah blah. So me and Ian strive to do that with each other. If we don't understand something, or even goes for we're having a conversation, we don't understand what the person's saying at the time, we strive to understand each other in a loving way, in a loving manner, so it won't turn into something bigger than what it is, because something can be so small, rice grain small, and it can turn into a huge elephant size issue, and it doesn't have to be like that.
Right. And here's the thing, we're all imperfect. That's one thing that everybody has to remember. We're all imperfect, and at the end of the day, it's the thing about just continuously just walking in love in general, because it doesn't matter whether, for example, this is just for the boys, the young men, and the men. If you got a woman that has a very close relationship with God, and a strong, just they wake up every day, and by the time they go to sleep every night, they're putting on the word. If you have that in your life, I'm telling you want to make sure you keep that right next to you. Because right now in the moment, you may not be opening up to it, because what the world has to offer you is so much things. But one thing that we also have to remember is that what's in this world is not good. There's a lot of things that are bad in this world that can just shade us away from the making our relationship with God much sweeter and just even closer. A lot of us don't have a relationship with God, and a lot of us are just being introduced to that. But if somebody's in your life that's introducing you to that, you should open yourself up, because in the long run, you're going to look back and go like, oh, damn, I done missed out. So you want to always make sure to have an open mindset to understand, because if we wake up every day and we watch a football game on a Sunday, and we got the jerseys on, and we talking to our peers, talking about like, I got this team, I bet you they gonna win. I swear to God they gonna win. On God they gonna win.
In preference, we hate the Cowboys, so we'll never.
Oh yeah, we dislike the Cowboys. So dislike the Cowboys in the comments right now. Y'all make sure y'all comment down below how bad y'all dislike the Cowboys. Buccaneers all day. Let's just, y'all put in the comments right now. Buccaneers all day. But going back to it. But if y'all got the believing into y'all football teams, or y'all hockey teams, or baseball teams, or little dance groups, or
favorite influencers, YouTubers,
and going to these little events, y'all can put the same amount of energy into this right here, God's
not
word.
that hard.
It's really not.
It's very simple.
At the end of the day, God got you. And what the world has to offer, they can't give you what God is going to give you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? God's going to give you more than, God is going to give you what,
more than you can ask or think.
And what your heart wants. God is going to give it to you. He's going to give you so much.
And what you need.
Exactly. So y'all want to make sure, if y'all got somebody that's really close to you, friend, girlfriend, wife, it don't matter. Y'all want to make sure y'all have an open mindset to see that this person spiritually bump the physical. It's all about the spiritual.
Because physicals can change every day.
Exactly.
I can get a little chubbier, and you can get a little chubbier. I can crack my tooth.
But
I can do anything.
But when it comes to the spiritual, if they strong, on that word and they got a great relationship with God, you can't beat that. There's no beating that.
It makes your relationship sweeter, and you're equally yoked. You want to be with somebody who's on the same mind frame as you. You want to be with somebody who is practicing things to better their lives. Ian can't be practicing to better his life, and then he's with me, and I'm too busy stuck on all the things that I did wrong. Because then he's going to be growing, and I'm going to be tanking
and
hindering him. That's not loving or kind. That's not caring about yourself or your significant other either, or your friends. Even with friends, if your friends are not on the same mind frame as you in the mind state, you can still love people with the love of God, and you can love them with all your might, but you have to look at yourself too. Is this person benefiting with being in my life, like where I'm trying to go at right now? Or are they stuck in this mind state of being stagnant? You never want to be stagnant in your life. You never want to feel like you're just doing a repeated recycle and repeat, recycle, repeat, recycle, repeat, and then you sitting there like, what is going on with me? You know what's going on. You just don't want to see it.
Exactly.
For real.
And you don't want to apply those godly principles.
Let's be for real with ourselves.
You know what
here.
I'm saying? And one thing about it, yeah, me and Danny go through some things. Everybody go through some things. But at the end of the day, we put on God. We put on the word. And we do what we got to do. And you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it don't matter how long we've been together. We're going to always make sure to bring it right back to God. Ain't that right?
Yep. We talk to God first. We don't talk to people. And that's what some of y'all need to learn.
I'm talking about.
Because that's not loving. I have a lip lumper. But that's not the point. The point is, you want to be wise with how you talk about your significant other, even with people, because there's a lot of lonely people in this world, and people might pretend and portray to be your friends, but they also looking at your man. And they might not even like your man for real. They just want your life. They just want everything that you have because they see that you're prospering. You're prosperous. That God is blessing you, and they can just be like, dang, you know what? I want to be like Ian. Ian got it all. But you know why Ian has it all? It's because he's trusting and believing that God is going to provide all his needs. And that's the same for me. We never sit and are jealous of each other and saying like, damn, Danny got this. I ain't got nothing. That's messed up. And I'm not sitting there like, oh, Ian just got this, and he's going on tour, and he's going to be traveling, and I'm just here taking care of the dogs and editing and doing all the stuff, and that's not fun. No.
And getting closer to God, you're going to notice the difference between a worldly relationship and a godly relationship. Because you will then see
The difference.
that your anger isn't just caused by you. It's caused by something else. And that's something that we can go in another day. But
we're not going to talk about it today.
We don't got to talk about it today. So that just means y'all need to stay tuned for it. But at the same time, just know it's much deeper than what y'all think. And the only way you're going to learn that is if you get closer with God. And it's right there in the Bible. It's his word. And he gives it to us. And it's free. So why not? You know, you got all the time to be on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all that. Why not?
Discord.
Knowledge. This is what you call knowledge. This is what you call wisdom.
Knowledge.
Everything in the book that is not negative.
Fuel your brains with fruits and vegetables. This is the fruit and vegetables. Hang out with people that will provide light, that will dispel the darkness.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Because the whole point of relationships, especially if y'all going through things, is coming to an agreement, and it's to decrease the situation, not make it any bigger. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of growth. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to go through some things, but it's the whole point is to meet each other right in the middle, bring it back to God, show the love of God towards each other, and just continue to grow.
Soar.
You did.
Soar.
I like this topic. I think this topic was literally made for us.
I think so. I believe so. Actually, I don't think I know.
Exactly.
I know. And, you know, you will have your lazy days, but even in those lazy days, remember to put on the word so you can have a sweet lazy day.
Exactly. Because you still won't even be lazy. You might think you're lazy, but you're not.
You might even clean the room,
Mm-hmm.
the kitchen,
You know this.
sweep the floor.
It's an
wash your car.
amazing feeling.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
You can tell there's pros and there's cons to not doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we really did. I think we did better than mom and dad on
Yeah,
it.
we did. We did. I think
Sorry.
they need us on here more.
I think so. But this is our time.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And let us know down below what you think about this topic and what are things that you believe for yourself, for your own relationships, whether it's friendships, relationships, if you're married. What do you think about these things that we're talking about? And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you can be alerted every single time.
She own it.
Every single
She
time.
own it.
Y'all have to tap in. You got to lock in because in 2024, we're coming hard
Mm-hmm.
about these principles because there's a lot of relationships that need it. There's a lot of relationships that are tanking.
Dawn.
Do you want to rise? Do you want to go on vacations out the country and be blessed with your man
Mm-hmm.
or your woman?
This is amazing advice we're
Do
giving
you
you.
want to rest peacefully at night? Do you want to wake up and not be worried about your significant other's breath by renewing your mind? Tap in.
Right, and don't forget all of our socials. Well, their socials.
Not ours.
Well, ours too, because
Well,
we was
ours
on the
too.
video today.
And we also have a couples channel.
Yeah, and y'all make sure
Well,
y'all
not channel page. My bad.
make sure y'all follow that. And if you want to hear from mom and dad, which is Joseph and Stephanie,
Joe Steph Music.
Joe
is
Steph Music.
on their Instagram.
all their links will be down below in the description below. And if y'all want to ask them questions, hit the link and DM them.
More Petty Podcasts. Joseph Music is where they do their music. The podcast page will keep you up to date, and we also post reels for them.
And they will pray for you.
And
Anything
they will.
that you're going through.
And they will. What is your social, babe?
Well, my social is T.EIAN. I go by T.N. My name is Ian. I'm a dancer / entertainer. I do it all.
Mine is Petty.Danielle. And on TikTok, it's Danny Petty. But you can do either or, honestly. And I am a jack of all trades. I do hair, nails, makeup. I dance. I'm an amazing girlfriend. I give great advice. I'm working on being an amazing friend. I may not text all the time, but I'm a great listener. I listen great, and I have great advice. And I'm a woman of God, so hello. That's the top plus. That's 10 out of 10. And our page together is Pootie and Puda because those are our nicknames.
Pootie.Puda.
Well, sorry, Pootie.Puda.
Which all of them will be in the description below. So if you want to follow us, just go to the description below and click the link.
It's so easy.
And follow and subscribe.
Support, support, support.
Mm-hmm.
Support is key.
And we do appreciate y'all for tuning in. We love you. It's your boy T.N.
And it's Danny.
Be blessed and have an amazing day. God bless you. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.